All right, what's going on, everyone? Makaiza back at you with another video. And we got our baby here. Let's see how big she's getting now. Oh my God. Oh my God, is that a 12-pounder? Is that a 12-pounder we see? Good girl, good girl. You're sweetie. All right, you don't have to lick my ear, girl. You don't have to lick my ear, mama. Oh man, well, welcome everyone. We've got a real nosy booty here. Sorry about that butt shot you got, but in either way. All right, family, so let's get this thing popping. Today, we're gonna talk about an infant as well as a 5-year-old, same person, who inspired me and greatly influenced my life. Who is this little person that I'm talking about? Her name is Charlotte Figi, or Figi, forgive me. Charlotte Figi. She is an infant who at 6 months old began having seizures, massive seizures. And her parents didn't know what to do. So let me go back. I wrote down a couple of things so I can stay on track with the story and we can get you out of here as quickly as possible. I'm inspired by a 5-year-old, okay? She's not 5 anymore. She's now 13 years old. So this was a long time ago where she was battling this. Say what's up to Loki. All right, now this woman had Dravet Syndrome, and I call her a woman because of her heart, not her age, her heart. So this woman had Dravet Syndrome, this little child. What Dravet Syndrome is an epileptic seizure syndrome in which you have multiple seizures back to back to back to back to back, and it's almost uncontrollable. Here's the sad part. Most kids actually end up passing away at a very young age from this syndrome because the brain has little to no time to develop itself for language, acquisition, learning, anything like that. When a human brain lacks anything coming into it as new knowledge or new information, it actually starts to shut itself down because it sees no purpose to continue using energy when it's not gathering anything. Make sense? So unfortunately, a lot of children pass away early from this thing called Dravet Syndrome. Now, this little girl is so amazing because, well, first, her parents are truly amazing. When you watch the documentary, their testimonies about their child, you could just tell they're very loving parents. They come from a loving background and they love both of their children so much that they stopped at nothing to find this little girl a cure. Now, they helped the cannabis industry, one, to bump up its ability to help people. This is one reason why I love this story. Little girl, by the age of 5, she's having 300 seizures every single week. Every 7 days, 300 seizures. If we did the math, that will be about 25 to 40 seizures every single day to add up to 300. Could you imagine a life like that? A seizure, you're basically passed out. You're not awake, you're not aware. Like I said, the brain's gonna start to shut down because it's using up energy that it's not getting in return. Okay? So this poor girl having 300 seizures a week, her parents have gone to multiple doctors in multiple states all across the country in 5 years. They were given so many different treatment plans, so many different drugs, everything in the book. They were dosing up this little girl on over 20 different drugs a day just to try to prevent the seizures, and she was still having 300 seizures a day. This is not to harp on the medical industry, even though we kind of all know what they're about. It's not to harp on them. This is just a piece of the story. It was not working for this girl, and it hasn't worked for a lot of other children who've passed away from this syndrome. So get this. They finally heard good news from a friend of theirs who said, you know what? I have a friend and they own a cannabis company, and they gave this type of piece of the weed to someone who was having seizures. And it actually helped them to lessen the amount that they were having. So this is a non-psychoactive compound that is found in the cannabis plant along with 1,000 other compounds beneficial to the body. and it's called CBN. Man, you know these names are a hot mess. They give them horrible names so that you can't freaking pronounce them and they sound scary. But a lot of people know about CBD, which is cannabidiol. That is a non-psychoactive element or compound inside of cannabis that does not get you high. However, the remedies on the body is calm, softened skin, forgive me, as well as less anxiety. And it's all treating how the brain is working in terms of quickness, slowness. It helps with ADD patients and things like that. So what I find so interesting is that there's another piece of it called CBN, as in N as in Nancy, forgive me. And that one is what I have here. Now, this, I'm not even going to tell you the price because it's very expensive for how tiny it is. But this is what the little girl ended up coming across, CBN oil. Her parents found this company out in Colorado, and they were growing this weed plant that had zero of the psychoactive component THC in the cannabis plant. It was a female cannabis plant, and they were just confused out of their minds. They didn't know why in the world it didn't have the THC that people want when they smoke weed to get high. So they just left the plant there, and it was sitting there for months, and it was all, you know, enclosed and everything. Watch the documentary. It's fantastic. It's only 40 minutes. You'll get through it very quickly. Very intriguing as well. When these people found out about this plant, they actually saw the documentary on Charlotte. So they saw Charlotte. They said, holy shit, we have all of what she needs. Called up the family. The family gets in touch with them. And they said, look, man, we're willing to give this to you. Your baby's having 300 seizures a week. This is super sad. We just want to give this to you, you know, see if it works. Try it. I don't know. Try it out. So that's what they did. They were able to extract the oil, put it into a tincture, just like I have here, where the baby was able to put it underneath her tongue, 1 to 2 minutes, let it sit there. Immediately, same day, the baby girl has no seizures. Next day, no seizures. The next day, no seizures. It's amazing. If you could see this little girl, I could cry right now. Honestly, I could cry. Because if you could see this little girl, she was being tormented. You know when a fish gets out of water and it's just flopping around, you know, suffocating, can't find air, and there's no water around, so you know, you be that one human that's like, okay, let me stop this suffering for this fish and kill it for it, or find it some water. That's what she looked like. She looked like a fish out of water, no oxygen. Her eyes weren't even straight. I mean, she started to just decline so quickly, and it was the saddest thing to see. But when she started taking the CBN oil, this shit right here, this baby girl started to talk again. She started smiling again. She started reading. She was able to see her parents for like the first time in years, having 300 seizures a week, meaning at no point in time is she fully conscious and aware of her even being alive. This story is so powerful to me. But listen, if you're having 300 seizures a week, I did the math so this can be everybody, including myself. Over 5 years of time, that's 80,000 seizures. 80,000 seizures. 300 a week by 52 weeks by 5 years, 80,000 seizures. 78,000, I bumped it up because who knows. 80,000 seizures. Once she introduced this into her life, 416 seizures a year, which is less than 1,000 in 5 years. So that was literally an 800% decrease in the amount of seizures that this little girl was having. It's so amazing. I'm really trying not to cry right now, you guys. I really am. I could freaking bawl out just like I did when I watched it, and you probably will too, because she's so beautiful. But listen, this is why I really am going to cry, because Charlotte passed away. 2 weeks ago, she died. How did she die? No, not from having seizures. That could be a piece of it, but they believe that she died from the COVID-19 virus. I find that very hard to believe, but hey, that's what the fuck they're saying. And Charlotte, I have a message for you. Damn it. I have a message for you, Charlotte. It's very short. Stop it. See, that's why she's my service dog, because she keeps me in check so I can read this to you. Charlotte and other kids, thank you for your encouraging will, love, and acceptance for change. The love that your family carries for you extends out to me and other people that you'll never know and that you've never met. Wherever you are, whether it be where many people believe heaven exists, if you're in heaven, stay happy. If you're in another universe, do exactly what you did here. Change people's lives. Encourage them. And be the soul, the beautiful soul that you are. I love you, everyone. Many blessings.